dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seeming. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, what it is, what it do, good people. Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and high vibrating species on the planet. Come on in, good people. Yeah. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Welcome back to the channels and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do something about this thing, man. It's just a new adjustment every single time. Okay, we're gonna work on this. Anyways, academies, peace and love. I see you. Come on in. We back with the Night God 333. Peace and love to you. Salute to you. And we're gonna let the God take us through the wall in these worlds and beyond the dome. We got Anunnaki wars with powerful alien factions. So, seeing that he does a lot of with Antarctica, the ice walls, the dome. I don't want to call it pseudo, you know what I mean? Because it's out there, you know what I mean? And we're going to get closer and closer to it, you know. Hitler already been running the gunning. We got, what's the guy's name that come from Shambhala? Woodricks? I think that's his name. I can't remember. I'll dig into that and find out exactly what his name is, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, discredit the guy. And I want to get his name right? But anyway, so we going to let the Night God take us through this the wall, and let's see exactly what he got, because we got some maps right here. We may or may not be familiar with them. I've seen several. I don't know. I really don't know. Really don't know yet. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get this one busting, right? So Academy, so I hope you get what you need, because I do. Without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. Busting. Like I really don't have much to say until we like go through it.
The navigator across the ice walls and the domes beyond the 178 worlds. Helen stood at the helm of the
Him said 178 worlds. Okay. Let's go.
Manship, her eyes burning with determination as the infinite waters stretched before her. The weight of her father's death pressed upon her, but it did not break her. It forged her. She had no choice but to carry on in his name. The custodians and Anunnaki had taken the known lands, but she would not let them keep it. If humanity was to be free, they needed allies, and they needed to form these alliances as quickly as possible. She and Butler wasted no time. They assembled a fleet of 15 ocean-bearing vessels, their hulls reinforced with Cassiopean technology. These were not ordinary ships. They were crafted for the treacherous journey ahead, equipped with defenses to repel whatever horrors lay beyond. Alongside them, 8 Iron Blues, their sleek airborne counterparts, would provide overwatch, 1 for every 2 ships, ensuring no crew was left defenseless. Their mission, to reach as many worlds within their dome and to forge alliances with beings who could help them reclaim the known lands. 7 destinations lay before them: Arcturus, Andromeda, Vanth, Pegasus, Hercules, Saturn, and Homam. As they prepared to depart.
Okay, so from what I understand, some of these that he just named are actually constellations, they call them, but they're really galaxies. But I've also heard several rounds that some of these are actually landmasses on the other side of the wall. So this may be what he's referring to, but we're gonna see.
Word came from the Cassiopeians.
What's going on, y'all? You know the drill. This is for entertainment purposes only, may or may not be true. I just provide the information and let you decide. Please do me a solid and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post, and make sure you like, comment, and interact. Help push this video as far as possible. Thank you guys.
Y'all heard the man. Go show him some love.
A revelation that gave all of them a glimmer of hope. They had intercepted a custodian transmission, confirming that they, alongside the Anunnaki, were able to breach the Great Barrier Membrane. This was the first time any faction of the 178 worlds had done so successfully. What they found beyond the 178 worlds were not 1, but 6 other realms, each encased with its own great dome. The custodians and Anunnaki, emboldened by their discovery, wasted no time in starting their incursion. colonizing parasites, Helen thought to herself. But were they prepared for what forces they could face beyond our dome? Reports from intercepted messages painted a grim picture for the Anunnaki and Custodian campaign. They had encountered beings beyond their reckoning, a species more advanced than anything they had ever seen, even more advanced than themselves. Helen clenched her fists. This was their chance. If these beings opposed the Custodians, perhaps they could be turned into allies in humanity's fight for freedom. The fleet split into 7 groups, each bound for a different world. Each carried a sense of purpose, but one would never reach its destination. Not long after passing the Infinite Lands, an unknown enemy appeared on their radar. Enemy ships, sleek and deadly, emerged from the mist, cutting through the waters like spectral predators. The missing crew was never heard from again, but the others, they had to press on. Andromeda, the spiritual warriors. The first group arrived in Andromeda, a realm of profound spiritual enlightenment. The beings there divided into 2 factions, M31 and NGC. They had long aided humans in the past before the resets, before history was rewritten. Their mastery of the inner path granted them abilities beyond our comprehension. Despite their differences, the 2 factions did not clash. They were uplifters of lesser races, defenders of those who sought freedom. The Custodians and Anunnaki had tried to subjugate them before. They failed. Helen's comrades met with the leaders, and when they spoke of war, the Andromedans did not hesitate. We have seen the cycles of enslavement. We will not allow it again. They would stand with us against the oppressors. Arcturus, masters of the mind. The second group's journey was far more parallel.
Now see that makes sense, because the message that come from the Andromedans, that's basically what they was on. Some stuff going on here, exactly what they are against, and they don't like it, and they try to negotiate with the reptilians and others. That's Pleiadians and a lot of other, species that joined the disagreeables to free the planet, man, to free the inhabitants of the planet, free all the other species that they've enslaved via physically down to mentally. And all negotiations failed, and they said they were on their way. That was a while ago, and as you see, we're here.
The infinite waters were not kind. Colossal sea creatures, their eyes like burning stars, surfaced beneath the ships, their tendrils sweeping across the decks. The crew was forced to unleash their secret weapon, a sonic disruptor that sent shockwaves, stunning the Leviathan-like creatures long enough to escape. Then came the waves. Walls of water, 50 feet high, crashed over them as the ships fought against the dark abyss herself. Battered and bruised, but unbroken. When they arrived, the Arcturians greeted them as equals. These beings, with their elongated skulls and piercing minds, had clashed with the Anunnaki for eons. They had mastered the mind, wielding an intelligence that surpassed most civilizations. Their world, a massive continent with 4 distinct regions. These regions had long been a battleground. These beings did not fear war, they welcomed it, and they would assist the ancestors as well in liberating mankind. Pegasus, the fallen kingdom. Once, the Lanteans of Pegasus soared through the skies with wings forged from the rarest metals in their lands. Their craftsmanship was unparalleled, their technology as beautiful as it was deadly. But now, they were prisoners in their own world. The Custodians had taken their lands, ravaging their people. Diseases spread, engineered to keep them weak. The fight was all but lost, as they were on the verge of extinction. Until Helen's weak. The Custodians had taken their lands, ravaging their people. Diseases spread, engineered to keep them weak. Had taken their lands was deadly, but now craftsmanship was unparalleled. Their technology as beautiful as it was deadly, but now they were prisoners in their own world. The Custodians had taken their lands, ravaging their people. Diseases spread, engineered to keep them weak. The fight
is taking place here as well. I concur. Yes, sir. We're on the way back, though. Power up, boy. Super Titan gold. It's like Super Saiyan, but it's like Titan.
Was all but lost. They were on the verge of extinction. Until Helen's crew arrived. Help us regain our strength. Share with us your medicine and give us time to replenish what we have lost, and we will stand beside you. A deal was struck. The Cassiopeans provided them with the technology to cure their ailments, and in return, their warriors would join the resistance. The next group, Hercules. The amphibian warriors. The beings of Hercules had resisted Custodian colonization for as long as they could, but even the mightiest warriors had limits. Their lands were divided, scattered, and broken, yet they did not bow. Their bodies, a fusion of humanoid and amphibian features.
Right.
They were striking. They were all female, but their strength unmatched. Their technology, it was barely beyond primitive. Helen's people did not hesitate. They gifted them advancements to help them level the battlefield. And in return, they gained an army of unyielding fighters. The betrayal in the lost land. As the missions neared success, Helen woke to a sense of dread. Rushing to the operations room, she was met with grim faces. 2 ships had been sunk. They weren't taken by the Anunnaki or the custodians. They were destroyed by the Edamines, also known as the Tall Whites. Missiles launched from an autonomous defense system. Cruel, calculated strike. Helen's heart sank, but Butler's
Tall Whites. I hear they no good, but I don't want to stamp that. But from what I hear, they're not to be trusted. Who the fuck is the custodians? Did I miss that part, or did he just been saying custodians? Because I think I know who the custodian is. If they're not just, you know what I mean. And Helen is somebody else. See, when we have to go through all the Sumerian texts and all of these different literatures, as the names throughout the eras, when the eras change as time goes on, the names change. Like Zeus is Jesus, you know what I mean? Like Isis, Jesus, you know what I mean? Like the names change. Ra, Apollo, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So it's like you just got to go through. I mean, it's a quick Google search. I mean, I'm not sure how, let's say, accurate they are, but you can get the example of how over time the same God or goddess, just name changing. You know what I mean? Just to more suit the time, right?
steadied her. We mourn the fallen, but we do not stop. Helen felt responsible. Butler calmed her, explaining their sacrifice would not be in vain. They continued to press on. Their journey took them to Cadmo, a place lost in time. There, the statues stood, frozen in horror. Once they had been living beings, now petrified echoes of a forgotten past. They had gazed at the sky in terror, and whatever they saw left them eternal in silence. Helen could feel the sadness in the air. This was not just a battlefield. It was a graveyard. Helen was able to convince her comrade Rock on the way back to take a tour to Demiro. They found out quickly as they landed, this place was devoid of intelligent life. Instead, there were beasts. The creatures devoured each other as they approached. And then they appeared. Wolf-like beings, three-legged and ravenous. One lunged, sinking its fangs into Rock's hand. He quickly pulled his weapon and put it to the beast's chest, firing a beam that cut through the beast as if it was no more dense than the air around them. The sound ripped through the silence. The others immediately fled. They had seen enough. They left Demiro behind. As they regrouped, they got some more good news. After intercepting another transmission from the custodians, they and the Anunnaki were taking on mass casualties. The beings beyond the domes were not just resisting. They were winning. Helen could only hope they would fall completely, but she knew hope was not enough. If the custodians fell, there was still a risk. These new civilizations could turn their gaze upon their own dome. The custodians put our entire realm at risk. Would they be allies or colonizers themselves? Helen needed to meet them before it was too late. But according to the information they were receiving from the custodian transmissions, the most powerful being of them all were not malevolent. They were benevolent. And perhaps, just perhaps, they were humanity's last hope in defeating the Anunnaki and the custodians.
The following dome we're going to cover is called the Dome of the Hiva. Deep within the mysterious lands of the Terra lies the Dome of the Hiva, home to an ancient and powerful species known as the Rapa Nui. These beings have reached an extraordinary level of technological advancement, mastering the manipulation of portals. This allows them to travel seamlessly between domes. Their knowledge spans the farthest corners of the Terra, yet their society is built not just on technology, but on spiritual growth as a collective. Though peaceful, the Rapa Nui are not defenseless. Any species that enters their dome with ill intentions will be swiftly crushed, for they have the means to protect their sacred lands.
Right.
For millennia, they coexisted in harmony, though their history is not without conflict. Over time, they learned to resolve disputes, allowing them to flourish as one of the most advanced civilizations in the dome worlds.
Meaning, they can pick up on your frequency, so don't even try to just come in with the notion that you're going to do something and then later on you're gonna switch it up. Nah, they're gonna pick all up on that vibration. The minute you walk through the door, if you're not right, you're gonna get blight. You know what I'm talking about?
Next, the Polans, a civilization rebuilt. The Polans, the inhabitants of a great city within their own dome, have endured countless wars, battles so devastating that their very existence was nearly erased. However, after centuries of turmoil, they found peace. Despite being considered an aquatic species, they remain highly advanced, particularly in warfare and defense. Their history is marked by a significant war against the southern half of their dome, with one of the most infamous battles being the Great Battle of Najarani. Through the conflicts, they have explored vast regions, not only within their own dome, but beyond into the dome of the Shiva, the Five Peaks, and even the 178 known worlds. Their alliances with species like Lacerda and Hydra shaped their destiny, though some speculate they...
Hell, Hydra! The hell?
Their alliances with species like Lacerda...
Well, hello, Dad. Hell, Hydra. You know what I'm talking about? Look at them, y'all. Look at them, y'all. Hitting in plain sight. Look through the hype. For all those luxurious right, somebody believed tonight. Look at these, man, boy. What they say? Yeah, man, y'all may want to take note and write some of this stuff down and do some due diligence with the Mizar. Okay, so yeah. Confunding.
Lacerda and Hydra shaped their
Lands
destiny.
of Hydra, come on,
though
bro.
Some speculate they may have played a role in Hydra's extinction. Since the second reset, their contact with humanity has been minimal, and much of their
Captain
current society
America
remains engulfed in mystery. The
Well,
Ariki
stop.
Mahu lands. Named after their leader, Ariki, this region stands as a testament to survival. Ariki is revered for having saved his people from a massive flood, guiding them to higher ground before their former city was swallowed by the ocean. As the remnants of the old civilization disappeared beneath the waves, a new land emerged, one that may have given rise to the modern Rapa Nui. Today, some of these beings are found in the southern regions of the dome, maintaining their traditions and ensuring their survival amidst ever-changing landscapes. The Maghudis, the reclusive ones. Little is known about the Maghudis, an enigmatic species with A5 level technological advancements in both attack and defense. Their society is deeply spiritual, and while they once clashed with the Polanders, they have since become isolationists, remaining confined to their dome with no interest in exploration or contact with any other species, including humanity. Hanga Valley, a land of ruin and survival. Hanga Valley, once a lush and mineral-rich land, now lies in ruins, its environment barren due to the brutal wars of the past. The beings that inhabit this valley, known as the Hanga, struggle for survival, relying on aid from other species. Despite their hardships, the Hanga have shown resilience. Their lands once held P341X, a powerful portal, capable of transporting matter across domes. While its true purpose remains unknown, it is widely believed that they have traveled extensively across ancient Earth, possibly being the beings associated with the mysteries of Easter Island. Living for over 1,000 years, their tree-like forms move slowly, their gray and brown hues blending into the landscape. While they possess immense knowledge of the Vinita lands and the lesser-known races of the Terra, they have remained neutral in major conflicts, yet their power is undeniable. If they wish to conquer, they could do so effortlessly. The Psychic Masters. The beings of Tukamora are small in stature, but their psychic abilities and technological advances make them formidable. With 6-tier spiritual development, they were the first to wage war against the Polans during their early development. Their bodies are reddish, their eyes a piercing yellow, and their mastery over both offense and defense has made them a force to be reckoned with. Though they no longer seek war, their past battles shape the balance of power within their domed world. The dome under the portals and the 5 peaks. This dome has become the latest mission for the custodians, who believe it holds a profound connection to the celestial lands, perhaps even to the dome of the forgotten gods. However, the northern dome's beings have made exploration difficult. The guardians of the portal, known as RC2 and RC3 beings, have made exploration...
What? Vishnu? What? Okay, see, these are all the Hindu gods. Peace to Shiva, Lakshmi, that's Vishnu, and part of Atu. Come on, man. So, this is the worlds beyond worlds. the Bible, I can't remember. I've been sitting here thinking I can't remember the exact verse, but even the Bible says something about worlds in plural. You know what I mean? Like it references worlds plural. Like everybody thinks the world and the earth is the same reference in the Bible. It's not. When you go through the Hebrew and the actual the breakdown of these words, the etymology of the words in that time used, when it says earth and world, that's two different things. So you got to be a part of a certain world. That's those children that he come for. Not everybody on the earth. It's just like it's misconceptions and misguidance, misleading, and just not enough. It's what the Bible say. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Blessed is he who reads. I mean, come on.
Difficult. The Guardians of the Portal, known as RC2 and RC3, maintain strict control over the area. It is rumored that the Lennox lead this dome and has ties to the divine lands of Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, and Parvati, though this remains unconfirmed. Among the few who can access this realm are the beings of the Five Peaks. Their scientific laboratories have granted them extraordinary psychic abilities and the ability to modify their own bodies, making them one of the most unique races in existence. The Dome of Silence, a forbidden mystery. The Dome of Silence remains an enigma. No one truly knows what lies within, as the Great War between parasitic species and the Dome civilizations had made exploration nearly impossible.
Who is that? All right, put it out. You should be familiar with him. Story's been around for a while, long time. Yeah, I mean, dark matter, ether. Like if you've been around on this channel, I've already explained like the basics of this to understand what this is. Ether. This is that. The waters, dark matter. That's neurocarbon and hydrocarbon and neuromelanin, and at its purest form, dark matter. That's basically chaos energy, but not chaos in the sense of what most people would think chaos is. You know what I mean? It's all these misconceptions.
Possible. Scans suggest that no life or advanced structures exist within, but many believe that something unknown lurks beyond our reach.
Ain't got that.
Perhaps
Everybody
something
can't
far
tap
older
into
than we can even
matter
imagine.
Energy.
Next is the Dome of the Titans, a legacy of giants. Among all the domes, the Dome of the Titans is the most similar to our world. Within its vast expanse, 69 worlds exist under its protective membrane.
It's the most, what do you say? It's the closest to our world.
Legacy of giants. Among all the domes, the Dome of the Titans is the most similar to our world.
It's the most similar to our world because it is.
Within its vast expanse, 69 worlds exist under its
same.
protective membranes.
69, that's a flip. That's a mirror flip. So it's one and the same. One and the same. So when you say Titans of old, if you're familiar with the term the sleeping giant, that they're awakening. So that right now, like it's about to do this again and flip, mirror flip again. So as y'all see, it's mirror flip. 6-9, that's reverse. Hold on. Let me let my puppies out.
One uniquely designed to support life. Here, colossal beings, ranging from 12.5 to 19 meters tall, roam freely. Their strength surpasses that of any other known species. Of the 69 worlds, 14 are used solely for survival, and only those species that reach a certain level of development can leave their dome and seek out the bloodlines, the key to their survival. Without reaching the bloodlines in time, entire species face extinction, only to be reborn under the same conditions in a never-ending cycle. While 9 races have successfully unlocked the bloodlines, many others continue to perish, unable to break free from their fate. Curiously, despite their struggles, there are no great wars among the Titans. Each species must survive on its own, without aid from others. It is an unwritten law. Only those who prove themselves may ascend. This is the greatest mystery of the other domes. Could there be an even deeper secret hidden within the dome worlds? The answers remain elusive, but one thing is certain. The truth about our origins and the forces that shape our existence may lie within these domes. Tanakh, the most powerful beings of their dome. Their technology is so advanced that hardly any neighbor will face them.
Their process and development is based on spirituality, so they stay out of conflict with the neighboring beings. The Dome of the Forgotten Gods. No physical being can enter it. They believe these gods or lands are where the human soul's essence may come from. Shiva, Vishnu, Lakshmi, Parvati, and a name we cannot mention, and hopefully Shakti along with that. They want to keep them out of the dome of the portals because they don't agree with the use of it. It's said the custodians have been forced out of these areas because they cannot keep up with the Tanakis, and their technological advancement is too great. Their advancement is an A7. They are a humanoid fish species, and they are currently in battle against the Anunnaki and custodians. A7, also the Greys.
Academy
the Dome of the Shell. This particular dome, which can be found by heading to the north end of the Great Dome of 100...
Look, lands of Venus. Look at these. Look at the Dracos. Neptune, Uranus. Look at you. Here's your planet, y'all. Look, check it out. Check it out. There go the Pleiades right there. You know what I mean? There go Aries. You know what I'm talking about? Look, y'all. Look. And you wonder where it's been coming from. Look, y'all. Digest. Internalize. Go dig deeper. Don't throw up your cognitive dissonance. You know what I mean? Denial flags now. You know what I'm saying? Like just go and do some research, man. Dig in. It's here, but just be genuine with it. Want to know? Really want to know? Don't go in trying to debunk something. You're gonna end up looking foolish. Trust me. Take it from me. I know.
78 worlds, where there's a passage made by a keeper just north of the land of Wasp. The navigation is by the ether, the dark matter. The Dome of the Shell contains lands that are encompassed by one large dome, just as we know ours are, but instead of each circle environment having one, their lands are wide open, with just one massive membrane surrounding them. The following is a summary of all the lands within the shell. First beings we'll discuss are the Aralu.
And boy, that's Sheol right there. And y'all, you know what that is. That's why it's red. Oh boy, stop. So this is hell, supposedly.
They inhabit the Arctic lands of the Aralu landmass, where the temperature can range anywhere from -30 to -85 degrees Celsius. The beings are referred to as the Araluans. They are considered a humanoid fish species. Technologically, they are considered a 3. They have conflict with neighboring beings of Assyria, while they are at peace with the Tanakis, beings of the southern land of Tanakh. They are also in conflict with Endor and the beings that Endor has moved in. The Araluans have explored all lands of the Shell, but never ventured outside of their Great Dome. They have only colonized a couple land masses within the Shell. They have no contact with humans up to date. There's also the Gehenna, summary, neighbors of the Aralu. Their lands are full of volcanic ashes, while the majority of the lands are frozen with a constant winter. They inhabit both the northern and southern part of their lands, while leaving the middle uninhabited due to being too harsh of conditions. They are a humanoid fish species as well. The Gehennacites is what they are referred to as. They are in danger of going extinct due to reproductive issues. Technologically, they're a level 3, and they are explorers with no current conflicts. Foreign adventurers and travelers were the second to break through their Great Barrier Membrane. They've also explored the 178 worlds of our dome, and may have a colony in the land of Wasp, known as the Aldulfin. Dolphin. Next beings are the Sal. Beings extinct by internal past wars, they began their development as early as the Endors, but could not resolve their differences, eventually annihilating their own race. Abaddons. These beings are in the early stages of development. The Shakat. These beings were taken over by the Araluans. Hattusa. These beings are also early in development. Anguis. Lands where the worst battles under that dome have taken place. Then we have the Endor. These are very technologically advanced beings that developed early on. They are humanoid fish, possibly could die off due to reproductive issues. They're level 3 technologically, and they are explorers who have had conflicts with the Araluans for the lands of Sol, along with other beings within their Great Dome, even battling in our realm against the Pollux, foreign colonizers that take advantage of weaker races. They've possibly contacted humanity in the past. So crazy stuff, right? It blows my mind that they're discovering all of these other worlds, and that the Anunnaki and the custodians may have finally met their match. This is good for Earth. It's good for the known land masses and names and legends and just the way things fall into place. For example, Pegasus, the metal wings that they made. Well, what do we have today that has metal wings? Falcon from Marvel. All ideas are rooted in something. Was there an egg-shaped UFO?
Oh, And that's the video, good people. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Let me know if you heard of any of this stuff, if you've seen any of it, if it intrigues you enough to want to go do your due diligence. Because like I said, I'm not new to it. It's I like the way that you know what I'm saying, the actual breakdown of more of it. I'm not privy to all of it until now, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely not new to the fact that it's worlds out there, and it's in this what can I say? Certain things, put it like this, certain things have been over exaggerated, and there's other things that's been just no, they did not do it any justice when it comes to the information. Do what you will with this, because this could go either way. This could be out there in space, which they say there's really no space out there. That's why most of the extraterrestrials and other beings and species that actually entered our atmosphere goes through the ocean. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So juggle with that one. And we know about the ice wall. We know about we know that there's something on the other side of it. What's on the other side, who knows? But there you go. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, even the Bible speaks about this. So many different movies, so many different shows, animes, especially animes, have just slapping you in the face with this stuff, man. And it's how it's gonna go. It's gonna repeat. It's gonna repeat in loop. The story is gonna keep getting retold until everybody wakes up and realizes, man, hey, something happened. And they're trying to tell us, and we have to do something about it. We, as the people, the system cannot do it. The system can only run as the system runs. It's Agent Smith. It's the baby, the Sentinel baby face. We don't need you. You know what I mean? But and that's how they run, and that's how they operate. So we know what we got to do. You know what I mean? We got to know thyself, as the Oracle has eloquently put and stepped on and stamped that and kept enforcing it until he knew that he was the one. And then what he started doing. Yeah. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? I actually did. I mean, I really enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come back with Night God 333 again. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna spin the block. So peace and love to you, sir. Keep up the good work. Academy, y'all keep your head on a swivel. Don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected out there. Don't let this world drive you crazy. Go check into the other worlds. You know what I'm saying? You might be from one of them mother suckers. You know what I mean? You never can tell. Everybody ain't human. Everybody's not the same. You know what I'm saying? What could I say? It's all gonna come down to the sun and genetics. You know what I mean? So, peace.